Hello, kindred spirits, and welcome back to Tea Time with a Medium. Today, we are doing advice from your future self 6 months from now. And to do this, we're going to first make our 3 piles. All right, let's take a look at pile 1. We have Curiosity of Earth. Pile 2, we have the Tower. Dun dun dun. Pile 3, we have Sovereignty of Earth. Let me add our talismans. There we go, just like magic. All right, so pick the pile that you're most drawn to. Trust your intuition. Is it going to be pile 1 with the starfish? Pile 2, the tower with the conch. Is this a conch shell? I'm not sure. Beautiful though. Or is it going to be pile 3, Sovereignty of Earth, with this beautiful coral colored shell? If you're drawn to more than one, that totally is fine. Just pick the one that you're most drawn to first and then come back for the second reading. And know that this is a collective message. If you would like a personal reading, I'll leave the link down below so we can schedule some private and confidential time together so you can ask your specific question and get specific advice. All right, so take a look at which one you want, pile 1, 2, 3, and I will see you in the tea room for your reading. Hey there, pile 1, you chose the starfish and the Curiosity of Earth oracle card. So let's just set that aside for a moment and prepare your tarot deck here. What we're looking at today is advice from your future self 6 months from now. Okay, so your tarot deck is ready. Going to take a look at what your future self will be congratulating you on, what your current situation is, what your challenge is right now, also how to move through it, and the potential outcome if you stick with it. I also want to offer you an oracle card to help punctuate the reading. There we go, and I'm actually going to turn that over at the end. I feel though that we need a few more oracle cards, so let me choose 1, 2, speak to me. Let's take a look at your oracle cards first, these round ones. Horseshoe, good luck. Super cool. Gorgeous flower here, a little purple flower, and an iron horseshoe for good luck. Can't wait to see how that fits into your reading. And the second one, ink pot. Problems will be resolved. Ooh, I love it. So I'm seeing ink being spilled, but it's not that big of a deal, seems like. Let's see how this fits into your reading, and let's get started. What does your future self 6 months from now want to talk to you about? They want to congratulate you on 5 of Swords. They want to let you know they see that you are working with the devil energy now. Dun dun dun. Your challenge is the Hermit. Very interesting. And this is advice on how to get through your challenge and the possible outcome. All right, with 5 of Swords as congratulating you, it seems here that your future self is telling you, Congratulations. You have not succumbed to the arguments and bickering that you used to, or that was presented to you. 5 of Swords. This woman is here in red, a scarlet red dress, a dress of passion, perhaps fiery emotions, and she has taken her swords and completely cut out her partner or the other person's heart with using words, with using cutting comments, and she just simply does not care. She has a piece of his heart in her hand, and this card signifies that someone has, for themselves, done something or engaged in an argument or tried to move forward motivated by their wants, their needs, their desires at the expense of someone else. So I'm seeing that because you are being congratulated by your future self here, this card is simply signifying that I feel you have stepped away from that. You are not engaging in that. You don't want to invest your energy in an obstacle that's just going to hinder your path forward. So congratulations from your future self. You have moved through that. The current challenge is Devil. Ooh la la. What does that mean for your current challenge? So we have a woman here, part mushroom, part human, part spider, holding on to some cherries, weaving her web in the back. Now, the Devil card is actually a card that I connect to in terms of creativity and being really able to move into really manifesting the things that you wish you could have in your life so that you could derive more pleasure from them. So with what you're dealing with now, I feel like you are dealing with trying to find more pleasure in your life, trying to figure out what relationships are simply bondage, and it could be relationships with other people or relationships with a habit or a practice or something that you used to do that you're no longer doing, or you're finding a new relationship to it so that you can derive a greater sense of pleasure and liberation. The Devil card is liberation. Being able to do what you wish. So, let's move on to your current challenge, the Hermit. This young, beautiful mermaid is sitting atop a lighthouse, and this lighthouse is planted in the ocean in what looks to be like this globe. And she's really isolated from the world, though she gives light and gives direction to the sailors that are in these boats. But she is so high, she is connected to these birds, so connected to divine guidance, the Hermit is. But also, in order to be connected to that guidance, she's finding time alone. So this is your current challenge. Either you are successful at finding time alone and being like this hermit so that you can heal from this past situation of getting involved with people that you don't really want to be involved with, or who don't serve your purpose, your higher path. Or you're finding time alone because you're trying to seek your pleasure. You're trying to find a way to increase the level of delight in your life. It could also be that you're feeling a sense of isolation, and we all feel isolated sometimes. And isolation is necessary so that we can take a step back and figure out how we are going to approach our challenge of trying to find more pleasure in life. So your future self is talking about these aspects of your current situation, and your future self is saying, this is how to move through it. Hierophant signifies life experience, self-awareness through study. Owls are extremely perceptive in nature. They see at night. They're nocturnal creatures, so it must be that at night you are activating your subconscious in as a practice while you're asleep to try and sort through and sift through all of the issues that are presenting themselves to you, whether they be challenges, whether they be solutions to those challenges. We always have to deal with obstacles, and those obstacles can signify that you are on the right path, or they can signify that there is an easier way to your goal. It is through the Hierophant, it is through life experience and self-awareness that we are able to figure out which one it is. Is there an easier way to get to my destination, star, direction? Or do I need to slog through this mud right now? Because slogging through this difficult challenge is going to help me build the skills, acquire the self-awareness so that I can really move forward in the easiest, simplest, best way possible. So there are no easy answers. It is through living life that we figure out what to leave behind, what we wish to cultivate, and the time that it's going to take for us to find peace and quietude so that we can actually hear ourselves and our inner guidance. Bird's light. Now, what is potentially possible if you take time to heed your inner guidance? Take a moment to figure out if the obstacle you're currently dealing with, finding more pleasure, or releasing yourself from the bondage of the past. The potential is Ace of Pentacles if you are willing to invest in trying to figure out if it's an obstacle that you need to stick with, or if it is simply something you need to set aside because there's an easier way to move forward to your ultimate goal, the star. So what is possible is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. It is a very material new beginning. Think of when you plant a seed in the soil and you give it everything that it needs, including sun, attention, you talk to it, water, and proper nutrients and air. Things can grow from there. So what is possible is a new beginning for you, connecting to the fruits of your labor. Let's go to this horseshoe. This good luck here is like a glitter of sparkly sunshine. Horseshoe, good luck. You absolutely can achieve what you are after. You absolutely can achieve more pleasure and liberation from bondage, whether that be from relationships, feelings, or any kind of emotional baggage that you need to let go of, any habits that you have acquired that you just know they do not serve you. Good luck. You can do it. And it is possible. Si se puede. Ink pot. Problems will be resolved. This is really significant because I want to remind you that not everything in life is static. It's always moving. The earth we're still, oh my gosh. The earth, remember I was talking about the earth. The earth that we are living on, the planet, is always moving. Constant change. Change is always constant. So problems will be resolved. I want to bring attention to the curiosity of earth element also. You started with this. Your intuition picked this card. Curiosity of Earth is the Page of Discs. So really starting new, starting out, learning about nature, learning about the essence of cycles related to plants, the sky, to the seasons, the stars in the sky, and Ace of Pentacles, bringing that to fruition, bringing that to a very concrete finish, because you're able to really understand from your experience and your self-awareness how to begin anew. Remember, every ending is a beginning and every beginning is an ending. So this is a very concrete card to finish with from your future self. this oracle card has showed up, and peace. Gosh, you know, this card just keeps coming up no matter how much I shuffle this deck. And I think that it's a message not only to me, but also to the universe, everyone who is listening to this, you, my kindred spirits. Peace is something that cannot be bought. It is only something that you can make a choice to cultivate. Ace of Pentacles, cultivation, peace, inner peace, calm. Proceeding with calm because you are self-aware. You have enough life experience to know what makes you feel good, know what makes you feel at peace. So, kindred spirits, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you for visiting the tea room, and be sure to heed this ultimate advice. Be yourself. Seek the truth, and the path will unfold before you. Good luck, and I will see you soon again in the tea room for your next reading. Hello, kindred spirits, and welcome to the tea room. You chose pile 2, this beautiful shell. Can you hear the ocean in it? I'm going to set this aside. And you also chose the Tower card. Wow, you are brave soul. So the Tower card is going to be set aside, and I will integrate that into your reading toward the end. Let's get your tarot cards ready here. And I'm going to pick 5 cards here for pile 2, pile 2, pile 2. These 3 I'm drawn to. Oh, 4 popped out. Okay. So that's your 4, and I'm going to choose this one. That's your 5. So I'm going to be looking at what your future self wants to congratulate you on, what you are currently dealing with, what your challenge is right now, advice for moving through that challenge, and the potential outcome. And before I flip those over, I'm also going to choose an oracle card for you. Pile 2, advice from your future self. Okay, it's this one. And finally, a few tea leaf cards for you. This one come out and play. This one and this one. So let's take a look first at your oracle cards. Fan, romance, celebration, party. I love it. Let's see how that fits into your reading. Fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. So, you know, it could perfectly be a brown colored person with gray hair. Doesn't have to be a Caucasian person. Could be a child. Does it have to be a woman? I'll leave that up to you. See what resonates for you. I'm going to set this aside and we will work that in later. What is the significance of a fair woman? Who knows? This oracle card I'm going to turn over at the end, so let's get started with your reading. Congratulations to you, Temperance. Ooh, your future self is coming in to praise you for moderation. You have been able to moderate your behavior, your habits, your actions, your thoughts, any practices that you're engaged with right now. You are holding back when necessary and letting it rip when you have to. Temperance, balance, alchemy, really. What is your current situation? The Empress. Oh, I love this card. So you are in a period of productivity. You're in a period of birthing. You're in a period of making things grow. Let's see how the rest of this turns out. These meanings could change as I see what's going on here. Your current challenge, 6 of Cups, letting things go. So you're being nostalgic about the past. We have a woman here looking at 3 generations of family. I think that's grandmother, daughter, and grandchild with balloons going up. So memories, being very fond of the past, holding on to the past, maybe holding on to shoulda, coulda, woulda done that. Like, I should have done that. Yeah, you could have, but you didn't. So let's move on here. This is advice for moving forward. King of Wands, brilliant, forceful, forward-moving, projecting desire energy, beating your own drum, moving forward to the rhythm and beat of your own drum. This is your advice going forward. So, kindred spirit, leave behind the past. Let it go. It's painful. It's baggage. You don't need it. You need to move on here with courage. Have courage. And what is possible for you. And I'm like looking back at this tarot card, the Tower. Something is currently or has recently troubled you and shaken you up. This lightning bolt has come through and split the ground beneath you in two. See, that's a baby carriage. Gosh, what an awful image, right? But this is pointing to identifying chaos. There's chaos in your life, or you have recently experienced chaos or some sort of traumatic event. Doesn't have to be recent. It could be traumatic, and there's no time and space. Sometimes there's not enough time and space for you to fully process really traumatic events, so it could feel like it was recent. This is the card that you chose. You have already within you a lot of courage. I just wanted to connect that here. And what's possible for you moving forward if you're willing to cut ties from the past, to really invest in the productivity of your current situation and to continue living life with moderation. Not too much, not too little, but just right. This is what's possible for you. The Chariot. A woman is driving a snail. The snail, moves very slowly, but she is aware that it is through incremental change that you're able to make leaps and bounds forward to your desired destination, to your desired goal. She is determined. She is absolutely determined. She wears the crown of a snail shell. And guess what we have here? You picked a shell. And I believe that crabs can live in here and little snails of the sea can live in here. So this is serendipitous. There are no coincidences. Let's see if we can put this on her head. Make her wear a crown. Does that look fashionable? I think it does. So that's possible for you. I am going to integrate these messages in romance, celebration, party. Absolutely. There is romance, celebration, party, festivities in your future. Your future self 6 months from now wants to say, hey, keep with this productivity, keep with the connection to the beautiful, because that is the Empress. Empress is beautiful. Look at this little baby that's growing inside her womb, and she's already crowning it. She's getting ready, just like you're getting ready to celebrate, to party, because you know that it's coming. Also, I take these two cards as meaning right now you have a lot to be grateful for. So you can celebrate now. What the heck? You can celebrate right now. Be grateful for what you have. There is a fair woman. Perhaps this is you. Perhaps you are dealing or relating with yourself. You are a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair, maybe all three. Hey, that's a fashion statement, right? Going against the flow. Fair woman. What fair woman is in your life to help you, could be yourself, moderate your emotions, your practices, your habits, help you to bring your projects to fruition, help you to let go of the past, because you can do it. Si se puede. Help you to march forward with the beat of your own drum and accomplish your goals step by step. Let's see what this oracle says. Your future self wants you to know that all that glitters is not gold. This message connects immediately to this card, which is Temperance. Know that all that glitters is not gold. There will be people in your environment wearing masks, telling you things, telling you they are truths. If they're not your truth, then leave it behind. take what works for you. The number 1 and the number 6. Number 1 is learning new skills. Number 1 is also new beginnings. Number 6 is things coming full circle. So with 1 and 6, I believe that this card is saying you are to continue to learn, continue to understand through self-awareness that all that glitters is not gold. Number 6 is bringing that information and wisdom full circle so that you can use it when you encounter these situations that are bright and shiny. Take from them what works for you. What gives you more joy? What gives you sparkles of light? Leave the rest. Sometimes you just need a little bit. You don't need a lot. You just need a little bit to get you on your way. So I know that this applies to some area of your life, maybe to more than one area of your life. Take what works for you and share the rest. There could be someone in your environment, maybe the fair woman, that needs to hear some of these messages. Thank you so much for joining us in the tea room. Be sure to like and to subscribe, and do, oh my gosh, comment below, because I love hearing which pile you chose and how it resonated with you. And when you subscribe, you will be sure to never miss a message that is meant just for you. All right, see you soon in the tea room. Take care, kindred spirits. Hello there, kindred spirits. You chose pile 3. Sovereignty of Earth, and I'm going to set that here. And this beautiful coral shell. Nice pick. All right, let's get started with your collective reading. Again, as I say, take what works for you and leave the rest. There might be advice in here that will really unlock the solution to your problem. So your advice from your future self 6 months from now is drawing me to these 4 cards, and I also need one more, and it's this one. So I'm going to be looking at what your future self is going to be congratulating you for, what your current situation is, what your current challenge is, advice for moving through it, and the potential outcome if you stick to it. And I want to also offer pile 3, pick me, this one says. This is your oracle card that I'm going to turn over to unlock the core message of this reading. And I'm going to offer you 2 cards. Let's see. These two are yours, pile 3. All right, so let's take a look first at your oracle cards. Clouds, temporary problems. Gosh, clouds always clear up. There's always another day. Weather's constantly changing. Let's get excited about how that's going to fit into this reading. And look at this one. Club. Ooh. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. I don't think so, because you are being forewarned here in this reading, kindred spirits. All right, let's take a look here. So your future self wants to congratulate you for sticking to your heart, for listening to your inner guidance, and for offering yourself emotionally to other people. Congratulations. Maybe you have come through this as an obstacle. Maybe it was hard for you, but this is something that your future self 6 months from now wants to congratulate you on. And this is your current situation. Ooh, King of Swords. So I'm understanding that if you're coming from Knight of Cups, then, and your current situation is King of Swords, and that means that you have gained a sense of power, a sense of logical rationale, a sense of mental clarity, because you have followed your heart. I think that's a wonderful thing. By the way, I want to tell you, I love this kimono thing. Of course, a man is wearing it. Can men wear kimonos? I don't know. You have lifted the veil. This bird is going to pass, just like these clouds are. This bird is going to pass, and you will have a sense of clarity. your current situation. Now, the challenge your future self wants you to know that they know you're dealing with is Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups to me indicates that for some reason, the current challenge that you are having is dealing with delusions or fantasy, not being able to understand what is real and what is not real. We have this woman of the clouds with this gorgeous hair. She's probably using a lot of conditioner, who knows. She's got a wand and she's touching these stars in the sky. So she's seeing these stars as wishes. She's seeing these stars as these beautiful, brilliant balls of light that are far off, and she can't quite touch them. We see her back. We don't see her face. We don't really know where she is in terms of her emotionality, what she thinks about these stars. In fact, I don't think she's thinking at all. Seven of Cups is a card in which you're dealing with perhaps too many decisions. You can't really see which way you're supposed to go, because the star is supposed to give us direction, but there are so many here and she's just not sure. So your future self is aware that you are going through a process of trying to make decisions, and because perhaps it's Cups, your emotions are getting in the way and you're not able to see very clearly. However, because this energy is in your sphere, I do feel like there is help. There is help for you. You have an inner sense of logic and clarity that you can apply to this situation. I want to move to that, but I'll come back to that later. This is advice on how to get through. Get grounded. Get super, super grounded and start from zero. Just forget everything that you heard. Forget everything that you think you know is real, and do what you know works. Do what works for you. Get grounded and get back to following your heart, not your emotions, okay? There's a distinction here. There's following your heart and there's following your emotions. There's intuitive guidance and then there's acting on emotional impulse. So this card, Ace of Pentacles, discs, earth energy, is saying get grounded, come back to your body, take a deep breath, go take a shower, go and, go for a walk, go do some gardening, go hug a tree. I love hugging trees. That is a very, very practical practice of therapy for me and for, people who need to get reconnected to nature. Listen to what the tree says. Have you ever done that before? The tree will tell you everything you need to know in that moment. This is what is possible. The Devil. And I did shuffle. If you went and looked at another pile, I did shuffle. The Devil. This is what is possible. Release from bondage. Release from the past. Release from any unnecessary responsibilities, because connecting to this card, now is the time. Someone or something will try to make you do something against your will. That someone could possibly be you. It could possibly be someone else trying to make you go against your will, but you're not going to let it because you have gotten fair forewarning here. What is possible is for you to have more fun, more pleasure, more party, more celebration. Your future self wants you to know that, and also future self in 6 months wants you to know, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? All that glitters. Okay, so there is a theme running through all the 3 piles today. If you don't believe me, go back and listen to some others. All that glitters is gold, is not gold. I don't know. You have to make that decision here. This card keeps showing up. All that glitters. Let's make sense of this card here in relation to the reading. I actually feel like in this reading, this card has a different meaning, because we started with Knight of Cups and you chose King of Earth, sovereignty of Earth. I think that sometimes when it glitters, it is gold. Let's figure out another way to value things that are shiny, but not necessarily high in monetary value, meaning that little things in life can bring glitter to you. They can bring you joy. It's the little things in life. This is what I feel that this card is saying in this reading, in this pile 3 message from your future self, my kindred spirits. So in connecting it to 7 of Cups, your current challenge here, I think that this card is saying it's okay to have a little bit of fantasy. This is Mardi Gras. This is Carnival in Venezia in Venice in Italy. If you've ever been to that, amazing fun. It's saying that it's okay to have a little bit of that glitter, a little bit of that gold and shine, but to not get carried away, because with King of Swords showing up, you want to mind your P's and Q's. You want to make sure that you are following the code of conduct of the samurais, the ancient samurais in Japanese culture. You want to act from a place of self-respect. You were absolutely able to do that because Knight of Cups has shown up. You have followed your heart. You have been able to act from a place of inner guidance, from intuition, rather than responding emotionally. So I hope that that was helpful for you. I know that it relates to some area of your life. And if you remember my advice to be yourself, seek the truth, then you will know that the path will unfold before you. Thank you so much for visiting the tea room. Be sure to like and subscribe, and please do comment down below and let me know how this pile resonated for you. And I will check you in the next reading. Bye, kindred spirits.